Yeah, guys, both Sacramento and Yolo County both reporting an increase in coronavirus cases. We want to start now in Sacramento County. Here are the numbers. Officials say they've been averaging an increase in cases of about 10 to 30 per day. But yesterday, the county saw an increase of 41 new cases, and today, an increase of 67 new cases. Nearly 50 of those cases, according to officials, overnight are from people in the 18 to 49-year-old age group. Officials say there are several contributing factors to the increase, things like testing, an increase in in-home gatherings, and even protests. While officials can't say which protests or on what day they may have attended, only 3 of the recent coronavirus cases are linked to protests.
What we're seeing, because the contact tracing is revealing that most of these cases are coming from in-home private gatherings and not because people are going out to restaurants or getting their hair cut. We are going to continue to move forward in the opening of the different sectors. This Friday, we'll probably see a few more sectors open. But what we have to encourage the residents of Sacramento County is to maintain kind of the top 3 things that we know help defend against the spread of COVID, which is social distancing is kind of the number one thing. Make sure you're maintaining 6 feet of distance between you and anyone else, whether you're at the grocery store or at a restaurant or visiting with people on your sidewalk. Wear a face covering whenever possible and continue to maintain good hygiene. Make sure you're washing your hands frequently. You're disinfecting commonly touched surfaces. You're not touching your nose and your mouth and your face. Those are kind of the things, the tried and true and easily doable things that people can do to defend themselves and to protect the people in their community.
And there's also been an increase in the number of positive cases in Yolo County. Here are the numbers there. There are a total of 265 cases in the county. And here's what they've seen over the past 7 days. On the 10th, the county had 6 cases, then 15 cases on the 11th, 2 on the 12th, 5 on the 13th, 1 case reported on Sunday, 8 cases on Monday, and 3 reported yesterday. Officials say many of the cases there are from gatherings and even from people who have traveled outside of Yolo County and then returned with the virus. They have connected at least 15 of the recent cases to family gatherings.
Usually around friends and family, you let your guard down, you're probably touching more, you're hugging, it may have been a while since you've seen them. And so that's why we're re-emphasizing to the community that they do need to continue to wear their face coverings even though they are meeting with friends or family, and that social distancing is going to help with that as well. Social distancing is actually one of the best ways to prevent the spread of coronavirus, and then face coverings are an additional protection measure as well.
So much of the same advice in both counties, and a reminder that masks are required in Yolo County, and both counties say physical distancing that's 6 feet apart from anyone that's not in your home is also required in both counties. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, we've been hearing that over and over, and we get tired of hearing that, but it's still, to this day, it's still important to try to do that as much as we can, Brandy. Thank you.